Good morning. This is Bobby Dupree with the Bobby Dupree Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. And of course, you get many opportunities to view, and of course, you have one opportunity to listen to it, and that's at 7 a.m. on Thursday morning over KSLO, 12:30 a.m. on your dial, and the sister company 105.3, which is located in Avoyles Parish. And we, of course, have good connections with the cable companies in the area. We'll cover, what, 9 parishes?
I think so. 9
Acadiana parishes with a large population and many viewing opportunities. And of course, the internet is becoming more and more popular and more usable, and it's more user-friendly today than it was.
We updated it in the last 2 months, our website. I know I got a few emails from people seeing that things were changing. They said some of this stuff's moved around from the last time I was here. So we'll just go back through the front page. If you used to go in direct somewhere, go through the front page and learn. It's a little different layout, but real easy to get to if you're a first-timer.
And we're going to have some first-timers because we were at the LSU UL baseball game. We'll talk about that after a while. We'll show a few pictures, and of course, I guess you can see
you wearing the winning colors.
Winning colors today. I had the losing colors on last night, but I'm a die-hard UL.
Oh, you're alumni, that's right.
I'm an alumni, that's correct.
I attended there at one time myself, so I've gone to both schools.
SLI.
And you did. It was USL when I went, not UL Lafayette.
But anyhow, this is Andrew Guitros, my sidekick here.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome aboard. Sometimes I forget to announce him, but I think all the regulars know you today. But we have always some new people watching the program, and we want to thank our sponsors for making all of this possible. We have a real good group of sponsors, and we like to thank them. Besides what we mentioned about them, in the last 2 weeks, we've spoke about the critical condition of Miss Jane Smith, Joe Smith's wife, and of course,
co-owner of Joe Smith Furniture here in town.
That's correct. Right. And sadly we report got a call from her niece. I know it just like that. Young Sandra, Jane's niece, and Saturday morning, in fact, I called you right after that to let you know that Jane had died, and then later I left a message on my voicemail from Joe himself, and the funeral, the wake was Monday in Texas, and the mass burial took place in Texas, Spring, Texas, and I suppose the reason she has tomball. I guess the reason for that is because she's survived by Joe, and they'd been married 46 years. Right. 2 daughters, Marilyn and husband Teddy Toller of Spring, Texas, right, and Suzanne Fisher
in Livingston.
Livingston, Texas. I think that's kind of close together. And then a stepdaughter, Angela Jackson, and her husband Jimmy. And Jane had one son, Brian, and his wife Rowena in Lafayette, and he has a furniture store there in Lafayette. And
so probably the burial there, I would guess, because of 2 of the daughters there, maybe that they could take care of the grave site and all. People don't think about that. Sometimes you want to be buried at home, but sometimes you want to be buried where your family is too. So,
yeah, and she had some real good experiences with the MD Anderson Cancer Treatment Center there. She had a lot of faith in those doctors. She had a lot of faith in God. And in the last few weeks, she was in a hospice center right near MD Anderson, and just I guess she just felt that it would be okay like that. People today plan their burials and what they want said,
music
and
they want,
music, and that's
the
right. That's
be.
correct. But Jane was a wonderful person, and we certainly want to offer our very deepest of sympathies to Joe and the family.
There you go.
And of course, he also is one of our good sponsors. So we thank you,
Furniture.
Joe.
I want to remind everybody about that as well. If you're looking for furniture or any type of things for the house, from bedroom sets, dining room sets, and all that, Joe Smith Furniture here in Annapolis has been a fixture forever.
Then we have a couple more here that are
Obituaries.
Obituaries. But I'm going to go back real quick over a few people that died that
in the last week or so.
Last week or so, and I didn't get any of them last week, and I apologize. I realized that at the very end of the program it was too late. Winnie Hidalgo Hoyt passed away, and I was able to go to the wake and visit with the family. And of course, I guess you could say that Richard Hidalgo and his wife Monica were the two people that I knew the best.
Right.
Richard I've known for many years, lived here. They live in Rain now, and Monica is the daughter of Booty Boani. So I knew them and got to visit with other members of the family. Mr. Lee Stelly also passed away, and he Police juror for 2 terms in St. Landry Parish.
Correct.
And Miss Lou Bem Lejeune, Harold Lejeune's wife,
right.
She passed away, and of course I've been knowing Lou for many years. My sympathies to that group of family friends. And Monsignor Harry Benefiel, he passed away. Now, he was a well-known person.
Very well educated, big number cruncher. He and Father Centerville in Port Barry would work quite a bit together because of the diocese's investments. You know, Father Centerville was big in the stocks and all, and Monsignor Benefiel was the same way, very active in the money management for the diocese.
I did read that. Was he a CPA maybe?
I think so.
I think, and then went to become a priest.
Later in life,
similar
he decided to become a priest, like Father Brady at St. Landry was an attorney that became a priest.
That's correct. And then Mr. Raymond Prejean. And you commented when I showed you this after the program last week. Raymond hailed from right there in Lawtell. I guess the member of the family I knew best was his brother, Junior Prejean.
Right.
And I knew Junior back in the days when he was managing Bertrand Lumber Company, and then he had some real good race horses. And of course, good morning, Junior. He still lives right there in Lawtell. Raymond, what was your comment?
Well, that nobody will get a typewriter repaired anymore, because I think Raymond was the guy. I don't know if there's anybody else. When typewriters disappeared, Raymond was still the guy that kept repairing them, and just who you called. I'd walk in any business office anywhere in 3 or 4 parishes. He was the guy fixing them.
I'm going to leave these 2 here, and I'll get them, actually 3.
Okay.
I'll mention them later.
Well, let me sneak a sponsor in for you. How about Benny's Supermarket? Right here on the corner, Benny's Supermarket. Go by and get all that good food. And boy, they had a nice write-up on our good friend Blake Noel. You know, they've got the new Blake's Brew House, if you like beer, and a lot of people like beer. 80 flavors, more than Baskin Robbins has of beer. And I ran into some ladies this week, boy, I did that just right. I hit it right when you had a mouthful. A lot of the ladies I was talking to, and we said, I went by and I got a 6-pack. There's another beer I'd like to try, but I don't know if I'm going to like it. I said, look, he sells individuals. So if you want to build a 6-pack, go over there, try a few flavors, see what you like, and see what you want to buy. But they did a real nice write-up on them in the paper. If you've gone and seen, they made a nice display with the tin roof and everything. Looks old-timey looking. Nice selection. Even got that, everybody's talking about that LA 31 beer that's made by some guys that came up with the recipe out there with the Knott family.
Knott brothers.
From near Dorneville area. Go by. They got all that. Benny's has, 7 days a week. They got the deli food, from the big rice and gravies down to the salads. If you're looking for salads on Friday, maybe you want a salad without meat. They've got a salad with meat during the week and without meat on Fridays.
I needed a couple. I was barbecuing Sunday afternoon, and I went in there around noon, and I picked up some potato salad and some sweet potato. Oh, those sweet potatoes!
It's that time.
They have
got some pretty ones.
But those weren't. That was the.
Canned ones?
No.
Oh, cooked ones.
The cooked ones.
Oh, I got you.
The cooked ones.
I got you.
And it was delicious, let me tell you. In fact, if you'd have gone by OPAC Monday. I brought some leftovers. I had cooked too much.
I didn't get the call, man.
You didn't get the call. God dog it. You go in too early.
That's right.
I got there later.
That's right.
Anyhow.
But go by Mr. Benny's. They got the Little Benny Sports Shack, all your nutritional supplemental type needs. They got smoothies right now. Those nice cold smoothies are just right for that summer weather, and they're good for you as well. Benny Supermarket. Miss Mary's gift shop, too.
You want to show a couple of pictures?
I can. Let me show you just a couple that I took this weekend. I went by Palmetto at St. Thomas Chapel Hall. It was the Feast of St. Joseph Saturday, and they had the St. Joseph's altar, which a lot of folks see all around the world. And, of course,
they do that at...
a lot of Italian communities do that. They used to do it at Mercy over here, and Miss Priscilla Stanbury was under the weather, had some surgery done early in the year, so they didn't do one this year because she just wasn't doing well.
They didn't.
And she's the ramrod over there. She runs the St. Joseph's altar.
And Miss Jenny Ordway.
That's right. And in Palmetto, it's Beth Vidrine Brown from that area and Miss Barbara Matty that were involved with doing the St. Joseph altar there. Really, really nice, really pretty. I got to see people I hadn't seen in many years. Of course, there's St. Joseph himself up there. And I got an email from Miss Karen Pilgrim, with the Stelly family from the LeBeau area that sent me an email reminding me to go. So I went by. It was very nice.
She and her husband Mike own
Stelly's.
Well, I think they own it now.
Yeah.
Well, I think Lil Eddie, I think he retired.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Well, he retired. Now, maybe he still owns part of it.
Now, I'm going to show this picture. I was around the graveyard this weekend at St. Landry, and I saw the Sashery tomb.
You were picking out your spot, your burial place?
I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. I have a potential spot. There's a potential spot for me there.
With the priest, they're going to let you get in?
No, not next to the priest, but it's not far from Monsignor Colyard if it comes available. This was the Sashery family tomb. You know, a lot of these tombs are very, very old bricks, and they just break down over the years. The mortar goes bad. And this is part of that whole thing. If you go to a cemetery tours at St. Landry, you wonder where your $10 goes. It's to restore a lot of these old graves. And this is some of the Sashery family graves that have been restored with a donation from the Sashery family as well. So good work being done there. Now, this is a picture from the Louisiana Nursery Festival.
Right.
Up in Forest Hill.
Right. And Vicki and them had gone there and took a picture. And, of course, we want to mention that that's in
Forest Hill.
Forest Hill, and that is where our Public Service Commissioner, Mr. Clyde Holloway, hails from.
Correct.
And also owns a big nursery there.
And roses are what his specialty is. I mean, he's got other stuff too, but roses are his big thing.
Most of them today have specialties. And
KSLO will see on the other side of 3.
Now's the time that people are shopping over there. I mean, they're planting.
Right.
And then, of course, we did go to the baseball game. Thanks to Whitney Bank, our friends over in Lafayette provided us with 4 tickets to the suite that they have in charge. I guess they bought or whatever, lease or whatever.
At least a piece of it.
And the first person I met when I got up to the suite was none other than Harry Robert. And we go back, way back yonder. He's a graduate, by the way. He lives in Gonzales, has several businesses, but he's a USL graduate. And we met in the insurance agency business, met at conventions and all. And then Ramp Spire and I own S&S Suzuki here in Opelousas. And we had a major fire. And wait
a minute. Bobby and Ramp. And it was S&S.
Well, Spira and
was that S?
Stander. Bert Stander was his partner.
I got you.
And then I bought Bert out.
I got you. And you just left the name.
We left the name.
I got you.
And
I just want to catch up on that.
Save on that signage and all, you know.
I understand it. See, one letter costs a bunch of money.
And Harry came in and bought the salvage and came there. I mean, he was working hard in those days. He came there and all that smoke and smud and just filthy.
Cleaned all that?
He told me he salvaged and sold some of those motorcycles for 5 years. He says, y'all didn't realize what was in that pile of rubbish. And he says, but I was scrapping back in those days. And of course, today, I don't think he has I'm not sure if he has the motorcycle. Yeah, I think he does. And then but he also has a John Deere and Kubota dealership.
No kidding.
And he also has Robert Texaco distributorship, and also the big Holiday Inn hotel in Gonzales.
Oh,
is
yeah,
his.
that's a big operation.
I'm sure, amongst other things.
Doesn't Mike Anderson's run the one time? They ran the restaurant in there at one time.
Yes,
Captain Mike.
That's correct, and that's I think a brother-in-law
Oh, really?
to Harry.